What's up, guys? It's Yash and Hunter here with another deck profile. Today, I bring you the first place OTS Championship list, which won the Derby event from a Mr. John Nugent. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm John. I play Virtual World. I started playing the game in 2011, then I quit 2013, and recently came back.
Okay, then, would you like to show us your list? Show us what you played?
Okay, so I'm playing Virtual World, and so there's 3 Lulus, 3 GGs,
Why free Lulu?
3 Lolo, and 3 Lily. That's for the ones that special themselves. You play as many as possible, just so you see more.
Okay.
And then I play 2 Nyan. You can play 1 Nyan because you cut desires,
Yeah.
but always having a Nyan in rotation is just really good. Like always having 1 in deck, 1 banished.
Okay.
And then that's it for the monsters. I play Snow, which enables the level 10 synchros.
Really spicy.
And then for hand traps, I'm playing 3 Ghost Ogre. It hits all the best decks. It hits Sword Soul, it hits Adventure, it hits the Mirror Match. Now I play 3 Ash, which is just the most generic. These are also super good because this is a psychic, so it's another E-Telly target. Say you open full virtual combo, but you've got E-Telly in your hand. You
Okay.
just set the E-Telly and then summon the Ghost Ogre for another interruption.
Yeah.
And they're also level 3s for Nyan Nyan.
The most important thing.
Yeah. And then I'm playing 3 Impediment. That's it for hand traps.
Don't you want to go into the deep theory and complexities of free input?
Well, Impem's actually a bit better in this deck because you want cards to set because of Zolkin.
Oh, that's true,
So
yeah.
that's like, so this is why this card's just really good. It's better than Vela, like other monster hand traps. Because there's a lot of times when you've got like full combo, but you don't have a card to set.
Okay.
Now for the virtual spells or traps, you run 3 City, and then 3 Kinglons. Just standard. You want to see this every opening hand. It's like the best card in the deck.
Yeah.
It starts everything. Now the other spells I run 3 Telly. This card's just insane. It's got like 9 targets in the deck if you run 3 Ghost Ogre.
Best card of the format.
Yeah, literally, it's insane. It's so good. And then I run 3 Dark Rulers. These would be droplets if I had droplets. But Dark Ruler's still good. You just Dark Ruler them, and you got Status Charge Warrior and just hit everything.
Okay.
So Dark Ruler's still not bad. And again, it's a card you can set where you can't really set droplets.
Yeah.
But you can, but you can't use it that turn. And then we'll know 1 callback for the Scythe.
The one Saki card.
Yeah. And then for the gates, we run 2 Chuche, 1 Zandu.
Okay.
Some people run 3 of this, but like, it's completely not necessary, especially when you're not playing 2 Zygzags.
Yeah.
And Zanwu is like one of the best cards, especially with E-Telly, because you've only got E-Telly in hand. You can Zanwu, banish, the Chainlink 1, and then E-Telly, Chainlink 2,
Okay.
summon a Yan Yan. And then Zanwu resolves, and you don't have to discard because you've got no cards in hand.
Oh, that's fair. So overall, all really standard bar with Fairy Tale Snow.
Yeah. And Snow's super good in the deck. Like, I think Snow getting unbanned was a much bigger like buff to the deck than E-Telly.
Okay. Hot take.
Do you want the
Extra first,
yeah.
please.
Okay. So for the exceeds, I run 3 rank 6s, Fan, M7, and Beatrice. Fan's like your best going second virtual card. Like, it breaks boards and then you can just go Zeus.
Okay.
M7's good for like, you usually make it turn 1, just so you have plays for the next turn if you didn't open GG. And Beatrice is sick because you just send the Snow, or There's a lot of side deck cards you can just dump with Beatrice. Like token collectors, you can dump the Neko Will Banshee stuff. You dump the Scythe for the combo too. And then for my other exceeds, I just run the Zeus package, Gaia Charger, Zeus. I don't run any rank 3s. I don't think any of the rank 3s are very good.
Even Gossip Shadow.
No, I don't. Because Gossip Shadow is only good for Nibiru, but nobody's playing that because of the adventure stuff. Like if I was going to run a rank 3, it'd either be Break Sword, just to unclog your bricky hands, because it can pop the King Long, or I would play Jar Jar, because Jar Jar's just good against DP. And I don't run Utopic Future anymore. That was a rank 6 that a lot of people played, but that card was only really good when Dragoon was a good card, because it was just a super free Dragoon out.
Yeah.
You don't see Dragoon anymore, so. And then for my level 6 synchros, have Status Charge Warrior. You make this like every game. It's insane because the deck just naturally just goes minus on everything. And then Coral Dragon. Coral Dragon is good for going second instead of Status Charge because you can discard a card, pop a card, and then you synchro it into Zolkin to draw a card. And then Juju. Juju's really good as well. I feel like this card's overlooked so much, but a lot of decks just cannot out this because of the protection effect. So if you brick hard, it gets a lot of decks like Flunder, unless they've got access to Riser. You just say like someone in defense position, and they don't really have an answer to it.
That's pretty nice. It does seem good in the grind game from what I've seen.
Yeah, it also just instantly makes your Chuche alive. It's also really good with Dark Ruler because if they have DP on board, you Dark Ruler them, then you Juju, and Juju sends, doesn't destroy. So that answers the DP.
Oh, nice.
For the 2 level 9s, Shen Shen is obviously why the deck is good, to be honest. Like macro on legs with 28 body that comes back every turn is super good.
Yeah.
And Vermilion is really good for going second to close out games. It's also nice for in the grind game, you can pop itself to add a Lalo or a Lulu from your Banish Zone. I think if I was to cut something, it would be this, but I don't know, the card just comes in really clutch sometimes. There's so many situations where it's really strong.
Yeah, it does seem necessary.
Yeah, especially like there's not that many good rank 10s, level 10s, sorry.
Don't you mean level 9s?
Yeah, 9, sorry. But here's the level 10s. These are what you make off of Snow. So Snow plus Lalo is a level 10, or you can Chuche on your summon back Nyan Nyan or your Lulu to make either of these. And I mean, everyone knows what these do. These cards are some of the best cards in the game.
Oh,
at the
yeah.
moment. Like Cheng Ying going second, like so many of your cards already banished, so you can proc Cheng Ying whenever. And even if you make Cheng Ying going first, Shen Shen banishes everything anyways. So you'll always be able to proc this multiple times. And then
Yeah.
Baron, right? Just an Omni Negate. Like if you open Snow and like a virtual combo, you can just normal summon the Snow, and Snow becomes so much. Like, it's an Omni Negate with a quick effect book on their turn. And then this is my flu check. Final Sigma. You don't have to run this, but I really don't like flu. I don't like flu at all.
I don't like getting the flu either.
I'd hope not, to be honest.
I'm sorry, that was awful. Continue.
But this card's pretty good. Even like a lot of rogue decks also just can't out this. Like if you summon this plus Shen Shen and you've got a Chuchi activate, not many decks can get over this, especially rogue decks. So this card's good. I don't summon it often, to be honest. Especially game 1. Like it feels so bad putting so many resources just for them to access code and beat over it.
And that would be a true final Sigma.
Yeah. And for the last 2 extra cards, you just get the Crystal Wing Zolkin package. My favourite part of the deck. I think it's so cool that the deck can make Zolkin. And I don't play Kaliga and Muddy Muddragon. I cut both of them for the level 10 synchros.
They don't seem necessary anymore.
No, it's very win more. Like if you open a hand that can make them, I think you have to open really well to be able to do the Kaliga lock with Crystal Wing.
Yeah. At a regional, it was last format, but to be fair, Virtual is pretty much very similar to what it was last format. I
Yeah.
saw a guy make a board of Crystal Wind, Dragoon, and Chuche against 60 card Eldritch Zombie, and his board literally just got ripped apart really easily. So I don't think Muddy Muddragon's as good as people make it out to be nowadays.
Yeah, you can play Dragoon as well instead of the Kaliga, but the Dragoon doesn't have the pop effects, which is like what made Dragoon really good.
Yeah.
You can just close out games super easily with just 2 pops and attack. But without the pop effect, it's just a towers, and 3K isn't too hard to get over.
Yeah. Would you like to show us your side deck?
The side deck's kind of janky at the moment, but
People
I'm
love
running
Jank though.
3 Gamma. Like a lot of people cut this, which is completely valid. Like Driver sucks. Like the deck's already bricky enough, and having to run a vanilla just doesn't feel good. But it's also nice because you can summon these off at E-Telly and hard make a Crystal Wing
Yeah.
with like your Stardust Charge Warrior. And if you Gamma in your turn, you've got a level 6 body which just goes into the theme of the deck. Like you can sync with it, you can exceed with it.
Make Zolkin with him in really awkward scenarios.
Yeah. And then they're in 3 Crow. I really like Crow this format. I somehow just go against Eldritch every single event. Multiple Eldritch every single event. And Crow's just really good in that matchup. And he's also good against Live Twin, too. It's also not bad against Sword Soul. He banished the shooters. And 2 Cosmic Cyclone for the Scythe. And Eldritch again. These for Altergeist and Eldritch. And then the Scythe. I don't like main decking the Scythe, because there's been too many times I've Scythed game 1, and it turns out they're playing Eldritch or Flanderies.
Okay.
So I think that's only 12 cards. The last 3 cards would be token collectors, but I don't have any. I usually lend them for events.
Alright, did you play them at Derby?
Hmm?
Oh yeah, I'm trying to remember if you token collected me or not.
No, I had Beatrice, and you negated the Beatrice.
Oh
No,
yeah, I did. Yeah, I remember. Spoilers, he played against me round 1 and he battered me. Speaking of which, let's go into a tournament report.
So round 1 was against Ashen, playing Sword Soul. Game 1, I opened a way to make Shen Shen, then I had 3 hand traps, and he just couldn't play the game. And then game 2, I think we both bricked, but I unbricked quicker than you. I remember just opening like hand traps and Lily.
Yeah.
I don't know what you opened.
I got to Hauk, but then you ashed it, and then I didn't get to anything else. I saw my Punk engine too late.
Okay. And then round 2 was against Time Thieves. I mean, it was a cool deck. He almost beat me. Like I just didn't draw any of my Virtual World monsters, and he just made redo and just kept stealing stuff. But it kind of helped me because him digging through my deck just got me to Virtual World cards quicker.
That's quite funny.
And there was one time where he had 3 redoers on field. So that's all the deck did. He just made redoers. And then round 3 was against Dinosaur. He went first for some reason, and he ended on like UTC Pass. And I mean, UTC Pass is just an easy ball to break. And then the deck kind of just suffers under Shen Shen
Yeah.
after that. And then round 4
Was it Evil
was
Twin?
against Live Twin. Yeah. That was like my closest game of the day. Like, I thought that match was super easy because the deck just cannot play around Shen Shen.
Yeah.
But the fact they've got like a quick effect to like pop like Chuches and stuff. And he scythed me as well because the deck does that now, right? With Leela, it just pops the scythe.
Okay.
He also main decks Lancia.
I am main deck Clancy is
He's
good right
Lancia
now.
every game. Yeah, he lanced me every game, which I mean does hurt the deck. But I remember the second time he lanced me, I drew all names, so I could play around the Lancia. I didn't need to banish my King Longs or Choo Choos. And then you just make like Shen Shen and pass, and they just come and play the game. And then the last game was against Flanders. I actually just didn't make Final Sigma. I don't know why. I must have had like a brain fart. I never summoned that guy. Every game I just ended on Crystal Wing Juju, and he couldn't out it. Because the only out to Juju in that deck is Riser, and then you just Crystal Wing to get the Riser. That's the tournament report.
Sounds like a very, very intense tournament of 18 people.
Yeah, super close.
Right. Do you have any shout outs you want to give?
Shout out the guys from Geek Leads. Shout out Napa for putting up with my dumb ruler questions every week. And shout out to Liam, Luke, Brandon, Matthew, and Adam for helping me test and sitting through the same virtual combos every week.
Right. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you next time for another Ashen Hunter deck profile. Adios, gamers.